Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Sam Levitt's Furniture. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. Greg, some breaking college basketball news. It appears as if they're going to lower the shot clock from 35 seconds to 30 seconds starting next year. That news came out yesterday. It seems like it just needs to be rubber stamped right now. What does that mean for college hoops, which, tell me if I'm wrong here, pretty unwatchable at most levels in the last couple of years?
Arizona averaged 64 possessions a game. This would probably make it 68.
Right.
I mean, 4 possessions.
Right.
To me, that's not much. If they change the number of timeouts from 18, potential 18 timeouts, to 14 even, that would be a better change, I think.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, if we're talking just time of broadcast, I mean, that would cut, what, 10 minutes off of your typical college basketball broadcast?
And most networks still program for 2-hour windows. Pac-12 network does a lot. So the games overlap. You don't see the beginning of many games, important games. So to me, the shot clock's good, step in the right direction. I wish it'd go to 25.
Sure. To me, what this shows, Greg, and tell me if I'm wrong here, it shows that sort of this new NCAA is trying to at least be a little receptive to public criticism.
Yes.
Is in the past they would say, stuff it, you're going to watch our game and you're going to like it. And now it seems as if they're responding to media critics, fans who say, you know, the game has just gotten too boring.
Too many empty seats. If you just look around the Pac-12, which isn't a great basketball league for fans, more and more empty seats every year. If Utah hadn't come into the league, it would really be dismal.
And these aren't, I mean, this isn't Cal State Fullerton you're talking about.
No.
You're talking UCLA is half empty most nights. UCLA.
Yeah. And you don't miss much. You know, if they get 8,000, which isn't very often, at halftime, they finally get the 8,000.
Right.
2,500 tip-off.
Right.
But you don't miss anything because the game's so slow.
Absolutely. Greg, if you were made commissioner of the NCAA for a day, and they said you get to fix whatever is wrong with college hoops, give me your top 3 or 4 things.
That's too good of a question. What's wrong with college hoops? I really, really like it. I mean, if you've lived here as long as we have, you have to like it. It's so enjoyable.
Right.
The recruiting process has always bothered me.
Yes.
It's just too slimy.
Right.
And there's just too much. And of course, the one and done rule, I would change that. That'd be number 1.
Okay. One and done. Would you make it like baseball, where you can either declare, okay, so you could either declare after your senior year of high school or after your junior year of college and nothing in between?
I like that. I really like that. And it gives the kids a really good choice.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty tough going right out of high school. So can you imagine the powerhouse teams if you stayed 3 years? It would be like UCLA in the early 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to load up to play UCLA.
Absolutely. Real quick before we let you go here, Greg, you've written and you've said on this show and in print, Caleb Tarczewski coming back is a game changer for the Arizona Wildcats. Look into the camera and convince the people.
He's the best defensive presence in the league, the best rim protector in the league, one of the best citizens in the league. If you don't want him on your team, if you can't cheer for Caleb Tarczewski, you should go to pro wrestling.
I love it. We'll leave it right there. That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Sam Levitt's Furniture. For Greg Hansen, I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.